How do international law and Syrian sovereignty clash in the conflict? Imagine a country caught between powerful neighbors and global players, each with their own interests. That's what Syria has faced during its long civil war. The core issue is how international rules clash with Syria's right to control its own land. Sovereignty means a nation's authority over its territory and people. International law sets rules that all countries are supposed to follow, like not using force against each other and respecting borders. But in Syria, these two ideas often bump into each other. For example, international law says no country should attack another without permission. The United Nations Charter explicitly bans the threat or use of force against a nation's territory or independence. Yet, many foreign countries have conducted military operations inside Syria without Syrian approval. Israel, for instance, has carried out airstrikes targeting Iranian-backed Houthi groups and Hezbollah. These strikes happen inside Syria but without the Syrian government's consent. Israel claims it acts in self-defense, but under international law, such unilateral military actions violate Syria's sovereignty. The United Nations has condemned these strikes, calling them illegal and demanding Israel withdraw from the occupied Golan Heights, which it controls since 1967. Iran also plays a role. Iranian forces and militias operate on Syrian soil, launching attacks against Israel and supporting the Syrian government. This turns Syria into a battleground for regional rivalries, further breaching its sovereignty. Syria's territory becomes a stage for conflicts it cannot fully control. While Syria is supposed to protect its borders and citizens, foreign military presence makes that impossible. The situation gets even more complicated with the United States. The U.S.-led coalition fought ISIS in Syria, conducting airstrikes and deploying troops. They argued their actions were necessary for self-defense and to prevent humanitarian disasters. But Syria never approved these interventions. Many legal experts debate whether such actions are justified without Syrian approval or a United Nations Security Council resolution. The practical result is a significant loss of Syria's control over its own land and airspace. From a regional perspective, many see these violations as part of larger power struggles. External countries pursue their own interests, often ignoring Syria's sovereignty. This fuels resentment among Syrians and neighboring countries who want respect for their borders and independence. The ongoing foreign presence hampers Syria's efforts to rebuild after years of war. The clash between international law and Syrian sovereignty has real consequences. Syria's inability to control its borders has led to chaos, ongoing conflict, and suffering for civilians. International calls for accountability often clash with the reality of foreign military actions. The Syrian government's limited capacity to protect its people and cooperate with international investigations worsens the situation. In the end, Syria's case shows how powerful countries sometimes prioritize their strategic goals over international rules. While international law aims to protect sovereignty, in practice, many violations happen, leaving Syria weaker and more divided. This ongoing struggle raises questions about whether international law can truly prevent foreign interference and safeguard smaller nations' independence in a volatile region.